Ah, there we go. All right. Make sure everything is still good. We are. All right. Now. Hello, everybody. It's Fat Jolly Guy, and we are back with episode number 20 of Edge of the Map Original Homebrew Campaign Side Quest. Today I am joined by a few of our party members. We have AP today.
Hey, yo.
I have Ashley.
Hello.
And I have Tim.
Ew.
Tim and Slow-Mo, or not Tim, Joe Cool and Slow-Mo will not be joining us today. They had some things to take care of. But in the meantime, we're going to have ourselves a side quest. So I hope you all will come along and enjoy as we prepare. We will pick it up in the Aurora Frostwood Grove. So, last time we were here, Valmora had hauled you all off to her home of the Aurora Frostwood Grove to deal with a situation that was arising there. A individual by the name of Vortak Grimjaw has basically been causing a stir in the Grove and trying to marry her, Valmora's, younger cousin, Oya. Valmora's older cousin, Oshashi, he has been standing in the way, where Vortak basically said that Oya was promised to him in an arranged marriage by Valmora's grandmother, Claire. Now, for any of you following along with the lore, Claire has passed away, and so nobody is available to basically confirm or deny this other than Vortak and Oya. So a challenge was thrown down, essentially between Vortak and Valmora, for in the morning to be decided. During the night of preparation, Moon basically communed with her god and tried to reach out and sense any kind of darkness in the grove. And finding another face amongst the shadows, she realized that Vortak was also a worshiper of the many-faced god, seeing this in a vision. She relayed this information to Valmora, and Moon and Valmora and Eugeo took a trip through meditation to the void, speaking with the faceless in the deep. Valmora asked some questions and got some answers, and basically found out that Vortak was not responsible for Claire's death, and that it was one of her own family members driven by jealousy. Valmora went to Vortak with this information, and Vortak threw down the challenge. Wanted to see how Valmora would act with this information as queen. Valmora went and confronted the family member, and after some debate, basically Primal Warrior took things into his own mighty hands and struck down the family member that killed Claire. Vortak did not find this acceptable and still challenged Valmora to the right of the Grove and the right to marry Oya and become Oya's right hand, and Oya to become Queen of the Grove. Throughout the fight, it was very close. Vortak is a shapeshifter, and his power form, the Regent Rex, was very strong. And through combat, even Primal Warrior was bested by the Regent Rex. Whether it was through the sheer strength of this shapeshift, or maybe Valmora's own inexperience with the Primal Warrior, but either way, Valmoria stood in front of the Regent Rex, But her quick thinking and her spellcasting ability quickly caused Vortak to drop out of the shapeshift, and they went into combat hand to hand. But after several persuasions, Valmora finally spoke sense to Vortak and convinced him that there was another option. Vortak became Valmora's right hand, and Valmora remained the Queen of the Grove. And in a change and shift that was unknown, Valmora proposed and took Vortak to be her husband. And a wedding was had in the Circle of Grove, performed by none other than Oya herself. Now gathered around in Valmora's familiar home by her friends and family, that is where we will pick up today's session.
So I'm pretty did this dinner, this happened at night after the wedding, right?
Yes.
Would we have gone to bed at this point? Or I can't remember what we were talking about when.
I would say that this has been going on for a little bit. Probably, this is more of a mingle at this point. Probably the groups have broken up and began talking amongst themselves. I'm going to go ahead and put Vortak and Valmora over here. To put Eugeo and Vesper. Something like this. So this has been going on, the groups are kind of broken up. They're doing their own things now, carrying on.
You.
Yeah.
Are you ready to work off some of that food you just ate?
I mean, I suppose so.
Good. I'm glad. Come with me.
Oh, you mean right now?
Well, we don't have to do it right now, but I will be waiting out here for you. Basically, I want you to run laps around this place.
Okay.
Take off your armor.
Oh.
I don't want you to die.
Oh, thank you.
I want 5 laps, and then we'll go into a little bit of sparring. And don't lollygag either. High knees, as they say. Good job.
It's much easier when I don't have that heavy armor on.
And to think this is just to get his blood flowing.
Moon is gonna go into a self meditation on that rock among the water, and I'm gonna use the bathroom.
You got it. Vesper, get out here. So basically, I figured we'd have him, run a little bit, get the blood flowing, and then we'll have him possibly do a little bit of conditioning. Physical conditioning, like push-ups, sit-ups, squats, maybe?
I never ran that much before.
Aye. We have to get him ready. You know what will await us on this ship. I don't want to see him perish.
You know, I don't think he would stay behind either, even if I told him to.
Aye. Yeah. He's an honest and loyal lad. And we haven't even known him for that long. He's... I just hope that we'll be able to prepare him enough to... He could stand on his own 2 feet, you know?
Damien,
Aye.
how many laps was that?
That was 4. You got 1 more left.
Okay, good, because I don't know how to count.
So, Damien, what's the little guy running for?
Getting him ready. Ready for the airship.
Mm.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be
Alright.
that much work?
Are you kidding? I won't even talk about it. Let's just not. So,
I mean-
Eugeo,
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe you do like 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 squats, and then we'll spar. We'll do a little bit of light sparring.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
You know what those are, correct?
Yeah, I know what those are, but hey, I'm just gonna do a lot of them, okay?
Don't worry. I'll tell you when to stop and move on to the next one.
All right, yeah. Okay, push.
So, Eugeo, I figured we'd have you do this. We'll spar a little, and we'll try and see what I could teach you about being a sentinel. Even though I necessarily don't call it that. But it just happens. Try and teach you some of these techniques. It's really all about instinct, but we're going to try and teach you as best as we can. Good, on to the next.
All right, cool. Up, down.
Bishop, the wise man. What do you think, well, how do you think I could teach old Eugeo here some reaction timing? Just swing at him, swing at others, and then let him follow.
Uh,
I'm not sure.
I say we give him a 2-on-1.
Yep. You're wanting to test his reaction time? Hold on a minute. I'm just gonna start like fumbling through things.
All right, Yu-Gi-Oh! On to the next. Squats this time.
Wow.
I rolled investigation with advantage and rolled 2 1s.
Wow.
Well, even in a forest, I could not find a fucking stick. So you're shit out of luck, Damien.
Aye. Vesper, would you mind looking for me? Need to make sure I can count here.
Ah, yeah, that's just is that right there? Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, here. Here you go, Damien. Nice long straight stick.
Oh, thank you. All right. Now, Damien will step on the middle of the stick and kind of pull up with his hand to snap it in half. Let's actually. This is a hard branch!
I couldn't
Here, let
find
me
the thing
try.
and you can't break it. What kind of forest is this place?
One with strong connections, I suppose. Thank you. Alright, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Come in and take this. Now, Vesper, I will ask for a little bit of help here.
Hang
I
on,
would ask
actually,
you
1
to-
second while I'm thinking about this. And we can actually do this legit. Let me pull up your sheet. Do. Manage inventory.
Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Make sure to put your armor back on for this. We want to make sure that you're doing this
Oh
naturally.
yeah. I can do that.
I want this to feel as natural as possible. Now, the thing about being a sentinel is it's really based on reaction timing and your overall perception of what is going on around you. Now, if you, as soon as you see one of your members of the party get attacked, with your ability that you have and your training, you should be able to make an attack of your own before they're able to do another.
I think it would be good if we gave him some practical experience. So you should attack me.
Well, that's why I said we were going to do it with Vespa. I would rather not attack you. But if you would like to stand here, I could choose which one of you I will hit, and that could give him some good reaction timing.
So we're working on reaction timing. You just like you need to hit somebody, or like somebody
It's
hit
all
you,
about
or...
me going to hit either. If you want to do this instead of Vespa, that is okay as well. I won't be hitting hard, I promise. But it's basically you stand on the other side of him, like Moon is, and I will decide which one of you I will go and swing at, and Yu-Gi-Oh will have to decide and realize which one I'm going after and attack me. Get him used to his sentinel powers.
Uh, that's that thing where like somebody attacks us, you can attack them, right?
Aye. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm kind of understanding here.
And with all of this, hopefully he will be able to get some more fundamentals down in his stance and how he swings. You know, hopefully a
Not,
good all-around training session for him.
not gonna lie. I'm glad I asked you to clarify. You said reaction speed. I went in my bag. I found some like rubber bullets. I was gonna shoot him to see what his reaction speed was.
No, then we don't need
What?
it like that.
You were
I
gonna
mean,
shoot me?
They were rubber. They're not gonna hurt that bad.
Yeah, but I've seen your pepper box.
Aye,
Up.
it is dangerous, for sure.
I wouldn't use that. Not for training.
Even that many rubber bullets would... It would hurt a lot.
It would. But still hurt.
Okay. I am putting a training sword in our inventories.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so just give me a second, then we'll just have that, and it'll just be there.
Take your time.
It was something it was something I meant to. Yeah, it's something I meant to do the last time. We had talked about it, and I completely forgot about it.
Now, player to DM, Yu-Gi-Oh uses a longsword.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's versatile with it the entire time.
He's sword and shield, so he's using a long sword, but he has a shield.
Okay. Okay. So
He's sword and
kinda like
board.
me.
Yeah.
He's basically like me. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Then we can do some defense training too. Oh man. Would be my people. You know, we never asked Valmora what we should have done with that body over there. It's starting to smell.
I think that we should give it to the nature. I mean, druids are always in tune with nature, and it's a part of life to give back to actual life.
It was part of her family. I don't want to do anything with her without Valmora's consent.
No, I think that's the right move too. You know what? I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna ask them.
Sounds good.
She was family, but she was also a traitor, so
Aye.
very confusing.
Okay, so now here. Refresh this page because it's not showing up. Inventory, manage inventory. Maybe I should try that. Yeah, there we go. Add to equipment. Okay, here we go. I will come over here. Open up this, do this. Start import. And there it is. Nice. There you go, Damien.
Nice. All right. Well, once Moon gets back, actually, I mean, I would prefer to do it without Moon and hit Vesper or Whiskey.
I mean, while she's gone, just go ahead, Damien.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to Yugio's. And then do this, and I'm gonna start the import here on Yugio.
Fusion, ha!
Okay, so now he has a training sword.
Would you like us all to refresh?
Who else do I need to give a training sword?
Vesper for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Vesper for sure.
I don't use swords. I use guns. I'll just say I got rubber bullets. I mean, it makes the most sense for me, right?
Okay, added that. Okay. Training sword. Perfect. All right. Done and done. Moon, you want one? Since I'm in the process.
Why not? Moon can make a surprise attack after she helps with Arula's body.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Thump, right in the back of Whiskey's head.
Inventory manage. And equipment. Okay, edit. Start import. Custom. All right, training swords are there.
Woohoo! Now
Okie
let's get
dokie.
your booty right over there. Thank you, cousin. All right, Eugeo. Are you ready? You're not going to know which one I'm going to hit. I'm just going to go and hit one. All right. Are you ready, Eugeo?
I'm ready. Ready as I'm gonna be.
All right. You get on the defensive, but also be on the offensive. Ready?
Okay.
Hiya! That's beautiful too. I'm not trying to do anything. Ah. Good. Good.
Whop.
Good. Good reaction timing. We'll do it a few more times, okay? Until you get the hang of it. I'm just gonna throw it up there so it's up there. Alright. Ready? Bah! Even though I'm rolling attack and not damage.
Well, it misses.
Yeah. I mean, like, do you want me to just do, like, damage? Because, I mean, I'm trying to hit. So, if you know how the Sentinel thingy works.
Yeah.
Alright, so then I'm just.
So
I'm just
then,
gonna roll
yeah,
damage.
yeah. Then I would just roll. I would.
I'll just. Yeah.
Okay. So then, Whop Whisker, and then Eugeo will
Wow.
roll to attack, since it's his training.
Close, close. Okay. Ready? And. Ah, almost.
You did the almost
You're-
by.
You're almost there. Now let's you have your sword up. Make sure it's not covering your face when you're swinging. Make sure you have it slightly down, protecting your upper chest area. Your vital parts. That's where you'll have a clear angle of where you're aiming to swing. Let's try one more time. Get in sword right there. Do that, and we'll go. Bop. Oh, Eugeo, that was so much better. Can we just say that hit?
Okay.
Good. That was much better. That one stung a little. How does it feel? Are you slightly getting
Ah.
used to it?
Yeah. So, when I'm near somebody and they get attacked, I should whop the guy that attacked them.
Yes.
I could do
Precisely.
that. I could do that.
Yeah, you could do that, no problem. It's all up here. It's all in the mindset. These training swords are something. I'll give it that to you, Whiskey. They really are something. Well, would you like to work on your defensive stance?
I'm pretty good with this shield.
Okay. Well, you guys have any pointers for him?
That seems more like a Vesper thing. I don't have a shield.
I feel that your form is becoming more crisp. You're really getting it down, I feel. I mean, how does it feel, Eugeo? You're getting the hang of it.
I feel really good with it.
Good. I'm glad. I would say that's a good training session complete, hey? Enough for today, at least.
When Moon goes in, she's just going to kind of like open the question to everyone that's here. So I understand that Arula is also family and a traitor at the same time. I don't know what you wish to do with her body, but she is rotting just outside the door, and I think that she needs to be dealt with.
Hmm.
I'm willing to do it myself, but I don't want to be disrespectful in any way.
Hey, well, Bambola, you are the queen. What say you? She killed my grandmother. She does not belong in the grove. She does not belong in the ground at the grove either.
I may be able to give you a way to deal with her body myself. I have the ability to send her to the void. The many-faced god may be able to deal with her himself.
No, Boone. This is something I will take care of. You guys watch as Valmora picks up the hand cart. I can't obviously move the cart, but she picks up the hand cart. She begins wheeling it away.
Hey guys, what do you say we move this over to the grounds of battle?
Well,
It would give those druids a show.
but I don't know if we're going to be training anymore. I don't know what else we would do.
Well, we have to do something. At least until Valmora gets back. Give her a chance to finish up things here at the Grove before we head back to Zatan.
Aye. Well, any ideas?
I'm always down for a good fight. We can train some more.
Would you like to go around with Yu-Gi-Oh?
Why not? Are you ready to face me?
I mean, you might be the right size, but I'm pretty sure you would crush me just by thinking it.
It's a perfect chance. You can try to use your wit against me.
Damien, your girlfriend scares me, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't blame you.
I get that a lot. You should get used to being scared in battle then if I scare you.
No idea what Archibald will do to you.
There's a big difference between somebody who literally transported me to go see the God of Death and facing somebody who will probably kill me.
I made you spiritually see him. I didn't physically take you there, although I do have that ability.
See, that's right there. That's terrifying. You could make me see my God so many different ways.
Oh, you called him your god. So
Ah,
exciting. That makes me want to hit you even more. Come on, spar with me, Yu-Gi-Oh.
oh
And
gosh.
that's when the fight started.
Have fun. Don't kill him, man.
Of course not. Are you ready?
I guess. Misses.
That's okay. I have 2 attacks.
Hits.
After we're done here, I'll make you a nice meal. Potatoes always set the mood. Well, that definitely is. He only has 1 attack, right? Or does he have 2? Or a bonus?
Do-do-do-do-do. No, he has extra attack, yeah.
I'll delete this so you can use it. And that is my AC.
Okay. Traditionally, Ty goes to defender, so
Very well.
'19 will hit.
Oops. Sorry, that was a little too hard, wasn't it?
I mean, I'm gonna get hit harder in a real thing, so.
Let me try again. I'll try to hit softer.
17 is his AC.
Nice job. You just evaded.
Swoosh.
Smart. You need to focus a little bit more on your aim. Remember to look where you want your weapon to end up, not where it is. Right. All right. I think that's quite enough. You look a little bit too beaten.
Oh, I see how it is. You're gonna run away just as things are getting good.
Oh, okay. Well, then here. Let's see if you can handle this one.
Yeah. Oh, throwing punches now, huh?
She attempts to trip him with her foot. Good. You're getting light on your feet. How are you feeling now?
Is that the best you got?
Very well.
Okay, enough. I think that's more than enough.
You legitimately asked for it.
Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you.
Good as new, the both of you. You both fought very well.
Valiantly.
See, I'm good as new. We could go again.
Okay, okay.
What's the matter, Damien?
Well,
Nothing.
Yujio, I think you could help me. I could teach you to make a couple of potions.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm not really good with numbers. So, like, mixing is probably off the table for me.
I see. Welcome back, Valmoria.
We should probably get back to Zatan. Don't you guys think?
Alright. You ready to... Are you ready to head back?
May go make sure things are good at the homestead. And that everybody is understanding of their rules here before I leave. If you guys...
Layer to DM.
Yeah.
I know that Valmoria also wanted to get some potions from the druids or make them while she was here.
I know I talked to Joe and we're gonna like world build that on the back end since he can't be here.
Okay.
So
Cool.
Damien, this fight that you guys got coming up against this
Aye.
bald guy or whatever.
Yeah, Archibald.
Yeah, that one. You we're gonna be all right.
Telling me, or are you asking me?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Good.
Just going to have to stay on your toes. That's all. The
Well,
rest of us will be there to help you and protect you as well. We all have each other's backs.
I just want to be useful, you know.
I'm sure you will be.
Okay.
Just remember, any of us gets attacked, what do you do?
Smack the bad guy.
See? We'll be just fine.
All right. Everything in my grove is set up. Everybody understands their rule. And I think everything is in good hands.
Aye.
So now we can get back to the more important business at hand. And get back to Zatan.
Aye. Hmm. Well, is everyone ready?
As ready as I can ever be.
I mean, do we have to?
Is there something that you want to do, Whisker?
Well, I mean, not go home.
Why is that?
You scared to see your girl?
I mean, look at me. Do I look like a 3-foot tall cat?
Aye. We're gonna leave right now. Get home as quick as we can. And you're not gonna sleep a wink. Make sure that spell doesn't wear off of you. When the freaking conditions. I'm not even going to say it.
Well, if Vesper's horns are anything to be mentioned, that might be semi-permanent there, Whisker.
Yeah, I fucking know.
What a wonderful fork it is.
Are you coming, Moon?
Yes.
I mean, in my defense, it is called the Fork of Gluttony, not the Fork of Sometimes. It's not like the chalice of the elemental infusions where, you know, I can stop it. It's gluttony. I'm supposed to continue, even when it's unethical, immoral, and wrong.
All right. Board the airship. Anything anybody wants to do on the airship?
No, not really.
I would love to say go to sleep, but Damien's already said I can't, so I guess no.
Well, this would be your opportunity for a long rest, so.
Don't worry. Be happy.
I don't think whiskey really needs a long rest anyway.
Don't worry.
Nothing's really happened.
Be happy.
Man, they don't want you to go to sleep, bud. They really want you to go see Astrid looking like this.
Whatever.
Oh yeah. I want you to see Astrid looking like that bad.
I mean, there is a chance that, you go to sleep and you still wake up.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Whiskey's
right.
gonna build himself another suit of armor like Bishop, so he can hide in it.
Yeah. I mean, there is that chance I can go to sleep and wake up and it not be gone. But there is no
Goddamn
chance.
fly.
Like, there's no chance of hiding Astrid's work from fucking Astrid because I still have an animatronic arm.
Should I put it up to the dice?
What? Did I change back?
Should I
Fuck
leave
this
it up?
fucking fly.
What?
Fly.
Oh, a fly?
Oh, I'm like she's just cussing at me. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
what did
my
I
fucking
say?
head. Die.
There's this one freaking fly that's flying around our room.
Yes. Should I put it up to the dice to decide?
Yes.
If it's semi-permanent or not. How would it be semi-permanent? Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Would he just have a hammer? It's over here.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My character emblem right now looks like I'm just here to rob people. The stern look on his face and the way he's holding the gun screams, "Give me all your money."
Like I said, I had the perfect one. All right. Here's what I got. I'm gonna roll a D100, all right?
Ooh. See how what percentage of it is? Oh god.
I'm gonna give you
150 mile an hour.
if it's
What's up?
if it's over 75, you go back to Whisker.
Oh dear God.
If it's under 75, you stay.
Whatever.
Oh, come on.
Do you want me to keep this roll?
I can't even see what it is, so I don't even know.
I know. It's like that briefcase game.
Deal or no deal?
Do you want me to keep this roll or do you want me to roll again?
You're the DM. You make that choice.
No. I hid this roll. Do you want to keep this roll or do you want me to roll again?
I don't know. I'll play odds and evens for it.
Okay, roll it.
Before you roll it, call it.
Fuck it. I'll roll a d4. Evens. Odds it is.
Oh shit.
So, want me to roll it again? Or keep it?
I mean,
I think you should keep it.
fuck it. Keep it. Yes! So at some point, eventually, I'll be back to my fucking 3-foot tall ways. Haha.
Do do do. Do do do. This one.
Bliss. Bliss.
Jolly,
Yes,
I will be right back while you're figuring this out.
Okay.
There's a situation I gotta go take care of real quick.
Go.
Should be like 10 minutes
Go.
tops.
Go. Yeah. I'm gonna say night is setting on the airship as Captain Yuri has set sail.
And good night, everyone.
Moon. Not sleeping
Is
with
everything
Damien tonight?
okay, Moon?
I completely forgot. I have to go to the bathroom again.
You guys start in like 15 minutes or so.
Damien, are you with me?
Yes.
Damien, I need you to make a perception check at disadvantage since you're sleeping.
Perception check at disadvantage. Boy's still pretty awake.
Damien, while you're laying there, you get the feeling that you are not alone in the room.
Damien will
Jesus.
slowly pull himself up on the bed. He'll get out of the bed. So, who's playing a trick on me this time?
No one's playing a trick on you this time.
No. Yeah, that's much better. No one's playing a trick on you this time.
And who might you be on my ship?
Just a dream. A wisp in the dark.
Why are you here? What do you want?
I want you to know that we are concerned about how close you and Moon have become.
And who is this we that you speak of?
I believe you already understand the religious implications of her order, what she is capable of.
I know very well what she's capable of.
As do we. That's why I come with no ill intent in my heart. Just a warning. We are watching from every corner and every facet of every dark angle. Our God has plans for her in this world and the next. But he does not have plans for you in her life. Though he permits your intrusion because it brings her happiness, we will not hesitate to remove you if it interferes with his plans.
Was that supposed to be a threat?
Just a warning. Something to think about. We don't want you to have to
Okay.
choose between her and her god. We don't want her to choose between you and the faceless.
I'm curious. Do you all have a plan for her?
We do not have plans for her. The faceless is unknowing. He is the one, the architect on the mortal plane. But it is already written amongst the shadows that she is supposed to carry us into a new divine age. One that we may not have to live in such dark places again. We already know it's true that she has christened a new monastery, the first in 100 years.
Where exactly does that sit?
In a
This
place
monastery.
in the icy north, amongst an emerald city.
I believe this city is called Zatan.
Hmm.
And I know very well that all of you know who I am
Oh, yes.
and what pertains to that land
We know
this
that you
monastery
are.
resides on.
This is why we have come bearing this warning. We do not seek anger. We do not seek any kind of animosity. We see that you are accepting, if not embracing, of our way. I can tell that you don an armor, bathed in the light, forged in the brightness of a star. But yet that doesn't fit you either, does it? It was not made for you. It was given to you, a mantle thrust upon you. Now, see, you were once more like us in the beginning. You preferred to work in the shadows. You preferred to do things from a distance. You preferred to be sneaky and stealthish and roguish. And you kind of miss that, don't you?
What's it to you?
What I'm saying is that the light was thrust upon you, and now you have no shadows to hide in. And so the only shadow that you find comfort in is being close to Moon. Because Moon thrives in the darkness, a place that you can't get to anymore. Because there's so much light around you. Damien, king atop the mountain, Lord and King of Zatan. That's why you're sweet on her. That's why you're drawn to her. But underneath all of that glistening metal armor, behind that grand tower shield, and that sword made of starlight itself, there's still a bit of black fabric and a dagger waiting for somebody.
You understand that this really has nothing to do with me, and this all has to do with Moon. It's not my decision.
Well, I suppose. I snuck aboard your airship. I meant to talk to you, but really, I wanted to see her with my own eyes. A death priestess. The closest living thing we have to the faceless god on this mortal plane. So tiny. A halfling. Could you imagine? I would have expected her to be, I don't know, of elven descent, tall and regal. But no. Small and unconcerning, but bathed in pure void.
I think it's time for you to leave now.
Perhaps. We are several thousand feet in the air. I'll still be here. You just don't know it. Think about what I say, Damien. I know that underneath all of that armor, you're more like me in the end. But don't make Moon decide between you and her god.
With that, as morning comes to the airship,
Moon is gonna gather some herbs and vegetables from the garden, and then come into the kitchen to make food.
Pretty decent breakfast. For a sleeping person.
I would say that I made a potato and vegetable medley with herbs and side of bacon.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like good.
Vesper's
breakfast.
digging in. Val's gonna dig in.
And she is going to hop on over here through these. Hi, everybody. I made breakfast if you'd like to join us in the hall.
Hi. Thank you, Moon.
Good morning, Moon.
Good morning. How did everybody sleep? It's kind of nice being back on the airship.
Well, you know that I don't sleep, so I kept the airship going while Yuri took a nap. Me and Nellis kept us going.
Nellis, do you still sleep? I know that you don't have to, but
Nah.
I did enjoy the naps.
I still sleep. I don't have to, but I do.
I thought as much. Well, I'll get back to my breakfast.
Damien, are you okay this morning?
I'm fine. You know, kingly thoughts.
Hmm. Are you worried about getting back to Zatan?
No. Not in the slightest. Kip and I always have a... The last time that we returned to Satan after leaving, I did have a slight fear that, well, it wouldn't be there anymore. But I've come to slowly let that go.
As long as you have those two sitting in the Citadel, I don't think that they would let it go without putting up some sort of fight.
Aye.
Besides, soon enough, we will go and take care of the most major threat to that city. Rid it from the skies, won't we?
Aye. Random question. How would one sneak onto the ship without us knowing?
Well, we do have a very expansive cargo haul. Perhaps in some of that?
Mm.
Are you worried we have some stowaways?
No. And if we did, I'm sure all of us would notice.
I'm sure I can have Yujio to go down there and take a look through it.
Ah, that is okay. So, how do we think Astrid's going to take whiskey downstairs?
Has anyone seen him this morning? Maybe he slept off his most recent bout of gluttony.
Aye. Perhaps he did, but regardless of that fact, he didn't see her the last time we were in Zatan.
That is fair. I'm sure she knew we were there. This airship is not something that you could miss.
I'm sure that she was also waiting to see him. But somebody might have forgotten. Well,
Well, to be fair, we did kind of rush off again.
aye. Aye, we did. And Whiskey didn't even see her after we sent her through the portal. We don't even know she's alive.
Spymaster said that he got our coded message, so we at least know that she made it to him.
That's right. I forgot he said that. Well, how long do you think until we see it?
Shouldn't be much longer.
Aye.
Go downstairs, get yourself some food.
Aye.
Hey, Whiskey.
I'm not sure he's here yet. He said he said he was going to deal with something. So
Yeah. Moon is just gonna relay a food to him.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be.
Okay.
Well, like, okay, so since everything happened, my mom's like, I don't want to be alone, so she's had my kids.
I am
That's
streaming.
fair.
That's fine. I'm not
Okay.
going to go into, like, big detail. But, like, she's had my kids, and there was a little bit of a problem that required me to come and get it because they kind of overstimulated her.
Ah,
For a minute.
Yeah.
Inverted her.
Yeah.
She was overwhelmed.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can clearly see that he's a cat, yes?
oh yes.
Okay. I just love this fur. And she's gonna like wiggle her fingers through his sides, kind of like tickling him the first time that she met him. It's like I'm seeing you again for the first time. Why don't you come on upstairs and eat a little?
I mean, all right. But no, like, it wasn't nothing bad, and I wouldn't, like, I know you're streaming, so I wouldn't say nothing, but, like, she called me, I'm almost in tears, like, your kids have done this, and I need help, and I just, breathe,
Right.
Feel like I've done that to my grandmother a couple of times.
All
Well, it's
right.
like she asked me the other day, she was like, do you care that Raven is just staying down here and has since I got back? Absolutely not. First off, I don't want you left alone. Second off, my 7-year-old, her best friend in the whole entire world is my mom. So, best of both worlds. They both get to be happy. little less worry for me.
As the airship is making its way back into Zatan airspace, is there anything anybody else wants to do on the airship before we make port?
Yes. That is to notice Damien's disposition.
Moon, with a 16, you can tell that Damien is trying to hide a very unsettled person. Like he's trying to mask it very well, but he is definitely unsettled.
Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hey, Damien.
Yes.
I have something that I'd like to run by you, maybe a little later.
Okay. Sounds good.
That is all.
Right.
Because I wasn't here for everything. I'm just gonna tell you, it's kind of nice to be back in, 3'9" tabaxi form.
Yeah, nobody's commented on him yet.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like everybody is always so used to seeing him as Whisker that, like, now that he's back as Whisker, it's like, oh wait,
Everybody almost forgot that he was a black man.
Yeah, you're like, like, yeah, it's Whisker. What are you talking about? Oh wait, yeah, you were a black man.
Kind of felt weird to be that tall.
All right, back in Zatan. I think here's what we're gonna do. Val, we're gonna go over and we're gonna plop her in the library. Vesper said that I forget what Vesper said he was gonna do.
The monastery.
What? Oh yeah, the monastery. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put him at the monastery. I think Bishop and them, Bishop and whatnot, we're gonna go to the mansion, hang out there. Eugeo and Damien are hanging out. Moon, Whisker, what are you guys doing?
Well, Moon did want to talk to Damien privately, but
Well, I guess we're gonna go to the armory then. Let them just kind of talk things out.
would you perhaps like to take a stroll with me through the gardens before we head to the Citadel? Or anywhere else you would like to go?
Yeah, take a walk through the gardens. A long walk back to the Citadel.
I'll meet you at the Citadel. How about that?
Aye.
Okay. Where is it? All right. So, are we doing Whisker first, or are we doing Moon and Damien first?
Don't matter.
Let's do whiskey first.
I was gonna say it don't matter to me, but she said let's do whiskey first.
All
So
right.
I guess whiskey business. Now, how would I know how to get there? This is the first time I've been here.
She told you it was in the basement of the armory.
Facts. So, what you working on there?
Astrid is going to stop as she was working something in the forge, and she's going to turn around to you. Oh, so now you want to come see me?
We wasn't here long enough the last time.
Mm-hmm.
You probably wouldn't have wanted to see me anyway, like this big fucking thing, and Damien was like, what are you gonna do, drink lava? And I drank lava, and it just lack of better terms, easiest thing to describe it, like total shit show. Okay.
I just want to know that you're okay. And then you go running off, and I had to go to the Citadel and find out that you weren't even going, and that you went after something for your druid friend. I thought maybe you'd gone after your airship, and you hadn't even come to say anything to me.
No, if it was time to do that, I would have come and told you goodbye. I knew I was gonna be coming right back.
You look different. Older somehow.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit. Lighter in the lives department, but you know.
You died? You died?
Not willingly, but yeah.
I never even thought about that. How many lives do you have?
Let's see. There was a 3 that I traded, and then the one that I
You
lost. And,
You traded.
I traded 3 for Nellis. It's a long story. He was taken by a deal devil, and like I couldn't let him go. I know that, like.
Hey, I'm sorry. It's. I guess it's really none of my business. I just want to know how long I have with you.
I've got. I wouldn't necessarily say lives. I mean, they're lives, but like. I can die 4 more times before it's a permanent condition.
So you probably outlive me if you extend those to natural lives.
Like if I was to stop and sit and do nothing but build with you the rest of our lives, yeah, there's that chance.
You don't strike me as the type of to be a, what would you refer to it as, a house cat?
You don't strike me as the type to ask me to be a house cat.
Hmm. Maybe if you were down to one.
If I was down to one, I wouldn't leave.
All right.
My life's my life. If I lose my life, yeah, sure. I know eventually there's that last one that's, kind of a permanent solution for a temporary problem, but your life, my friends' lives, no. That that would hurt worse. And if there's anything that I can do to stop either one of those from happening, I'm gonna do my best.
You're a good one, Whisker. I've been tinkering. I got all sorts of books and manuals and scrolls from the library about this artificey stuff. I built all sorts of things. Tried my hand at building a gun.
I mean, I see that. Looks like you're kind of working on a new leg, maybe, and another arm. Like
They're
you've-
not quite ready.
You've been busy.
Everything's all a work in progress, but you know.
Everything in life is always a work in progress.
Just happy you're here.
So I know you've been tinkering, but what's like the one thing you've really been messing with since I've been gone? Like, I want to know.
Here. Try this on.
Roll performance.
Whisker, as you unhook your other prosthetic arm and you pick this one up, you realize that this arm it's different. It's not just mechanical. It feels almost natural as well. It looks different. It's both metal and natural fibers, and it's got tendons made of wire. It doesn't look like your normal mechanical prosthetic arm. And as you socket it into your arm and it begins to move and flex, you have a degree of movement and feeling that you have not had since you've lost your real arm. It responds so fluidly that you would almost mistake this to be your real arm again.
Well, This is amazing. This is great.
You think so?
I almost can't even tell that it's not real.
I was hoping you'd say that. Here. As she reaches up, there's a switch right here on the shoulder. And as she pushes it, you see this rolling of scales as it folds down your arm. And you see your fur roll all the way down to the ends of your fingers. And it matches your body perfectly. I've got it so that it can camouflage itself. I didn't know if you wanted it to look natural again.
Well, I kind of got used to the other one. It's weird seeing fur on that. But I like it.
I got the idea. I know it sounded weird, but I really wanted to wear pants again. And you can't find pants to fit around the mechanical legs, so I tried to build something that was the same as a real, functions the same, you know, with muscle and tendon and the same kind of system, only mechanical, obviously, you know?
It's perfect. You did a great job.
And then once I got it built, then I wanted to cover it up, make it look natural. So I figured out a way to make a little bit of blending magic. But I also know that, you know, like you said, you kind of got used to being mechanical, so you could turn it on or off, you know?
So I like it.
I'm glad.
So when we decide to go to dinner again, I can just make it look real, and when I'm not, it can be mechanical.
Basically.
I mean, it's ingenious. It's brilliant.
Allows you to hide, too. Not draw attention to yourself. You know, a metal arm out in public would, you know, definitely draw some eyes to you. So.
Well, I mean, a 3-foot-tall tabaxi with welding equipment draws eyes, so.
Well, that's true, too.
Kinda used to it.
I guess I didn't think that part through. I guess the metal arm is probably par for the course for you.
Yeah, but it's perfect.
Well, either way, it was a good project to have while you were gone. Kept me busy.
Well, I'm glad you stayed busy. I'm glad you studied. I'm glad you're continuing to be an artificer.
Well,
I think you'll do amazing with it.
I appreciate that, but I guess I'm gonna have to go back to work in the forge upstairs. I guess
Why?
Guess they're sending that Ironwood feller to work some mithril forge out in the wilds or something.
Hmm.
Guess he has some
Yeah.
first-hand knowledge about some large-scale forging operation that we're apparently getting into.
Yeah. I mean, I could see him running off to run the mines. Like I can see them sending him to do that. But
Well, I don't really
Him.
mind him going away, but
oh no, I didn't figure you did. At least he won't oogle you no more. Just
yeah.
means you have to find somebody else to teach to, make swords.
Oh well.
Maybe you'll be able to find time to come down here and work as well.
Well, I always built this place for you to get away. Not for me. And here I am, been using it while you've been gone.
You said maybe one day you'll cause me to stay here. Maybe one day we'll just have this whole building to ourselves. Upstairs and downstairs both.
I'd have to get Wolf to give up the deed to the armory first.
Not saying I would, but pretty sure I could try to pull some strings.
Oh, I think Wolf would literally fight the king for the deed to this place. This is his literal.
I've never seen Wolf fight, but I've seen Damien fight.
I'm telling you, I think Wolf would rather choose death in combat over giving up this place. Wolf's a good man. I don't mind sharing. You know?
Well, yeah.
Anyway. So how long are you here for this time?
We're grabbing supplies. Maybe a day, maybe 2 tops. I'm not entirely sure. I'm along for the ride. But
Then you're off to the airship.
This next ride's gonna be a rough one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen Archibald one time. Damien and everybody else has a lot more experience with him than I do. And I don't know.
Well,
I think we're gonna have one hell of a fight.
I have seen your weapons, and I know what they're capable of. And I know the people that are around you. And I know they're all great fighters. So.
Oh. I think I'm surrounded by some of the best people in the world.
Well, if I've only got you for a couple of nights, then come here. Astrid's gonna pull you closer into the chair with her as she just holds you. I'm gonna make make the most of it then.
That's part of the reason I'm here. As soon as we got back, you were the first place I wanted to be.
This
Like,
time.
Here. Yeah. Schematics. But I'm here this time.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm just glad I look like myself.
What do you mean? And with that, Damien and Moon.
So, is everything okay?
Well, that was actually going to be my question to you. Yesterday, you seemed perfectly content and ready to head back home, but after we woke up, you were quiet and distant. Are you okay? Did you have a nightmare?
I wouldn't call it a nightmare. Just felt like I had a unwanted visitor pay me a visit.
Like in a dream?
You could say so.
Did you want to talk about it?
What do you think your god thinks of us?
Well, I don't think that he exactly has a problem with it. It's not something that I've discussed with him, but I could certainly bring it up in conversation. Is it because of the armor that you wear? I know it clashes when your armor and Vesper's armor touch. Do you ever think, sometimes I have thought myself that maybe your armor would clash with me too because of my culture. But I've touched you multiple times, and I'm gonna rub my hands all over you. And it's not a problem at all.
I It was a weird dream. Let's just put it that way.
Well, if at some point you did want to talk about it, you could tell me.
And there he is, always watching.
Because they did tease us about being married. I know that it would take a lot of time. With my culture, marriage is not a thing. But it is in yours, isn't it?
Aye.
Do you think that you would want to be married someday?
I would. But do you ever think that they were just meant to not mesh?
Meaning?
Light and dark.
Well, in my opinion, yin and yang is a perfect metaphor. There cannot be darkness without light. There cannot be shadow without sunshine. There cannot be sunshine without having darkness. One cannot exist without the other. Wouldn't you agree?
Aye. It's a good way of looking at it. Well, should we be getting back to the monastery and to the citadel? Make a report.
Absolutely. Do you want me to bring those at the citadel or the monastery to the citadel?
Sure. Make one big report.
I enjoy our talks, by the way, Damien.
I enjoy it as well.
Your company is one that I've come to rely on. Oh, where did I go? There I am.
Hello all, Auntie, Aldrich.
Damien? My lord.
It's good to see you both. How was everything while we were gone?
It went very well, in fact.
Aye.
Bentley, that's enough.
We've sent the first detachment of Zaton Free Rangers to Grand Forge, along with your Ironwood fella. He's convinced that he can keep the Mithril Forge running.
Aye. And I hope he can. That is good. Well, Valmora has made peace with her sanctuary, her village, I should say, and she's now married.
Ah, yes, to none other than the Vortak Grimjaw that was supposedly causing all this trouble, if my newly formed birds are to be believed.
Aye, that is correct. I'm happy for her. It was very odd to see how it came to happen, but happy indeed for her. I think that the grove might be of asset to us once the time may arise.
But it's always good to have another ally in the world.
Aye.
And from
Say
what
that again.
the spymaster here has said from his contacts, apparently this Grimjaw fella has a very powerful shape-shifting ability. And having him on our side could prove useful.
It was definitely something to behold. Never seen anything like it.
Well, good deal.
Hopefully the grove can remain the grove for now.
I have good faith in Valmora. Seemed like she handled herself very well. And from what Vesper was telling me on the way over here, it seems like she did a pretty good job.
Right. I would agree. I would agree. Well, it's almost time for us to start planning this raid.
Indeed. I've opened up the armory and a few supply sheds for you. Anything that you can need, I doubt it. The armory or the armor will outdo anything that you already have, but if you're short on anything, you're free to it.
Aye. This next week will be, well, it will should determine our fates. And the fates of everyone in this world, most likely.
From what I can tell, the airship still hovers above Atheus, still in disrepair. So,
Aye. It's gonna be something to see this thing fall out of the sky.
that's still the plan for it.
I believe so. We need to get everyone of the crew here, and we'll discuss it then.
I
want all of us to be on the same page.
Fine then. I guess in the meantime, guess take some on and all. You've been at it for some time now. In between Orc Wars and Grand Forge, demon hunting, and dealing with the Grove. You just really haven't had any time to yourselves. So, why don't you just take a day or so?
Aye. I feel like I know where I will start. Vesper, would you care to join me?
Of course, cousin. Mother?
We'll go see Jolly Jim.
Where did Moon end up going?
To the monastery
Oh,
because
okay.
she thought Vesper was there.
I pulled Vesper and Spymaster to the Citadel. Do you want to come? Do you want to come to the tavern?
Why not?
Okay.
Funny meeting you here, Moon.
Yes. The little birds told me that everybody would most likely meet at the tavern. It's likely it's where we all first met anyway.
Jim, around the drinks, please.
Aye. Well, aren't you all a sight for sore eyes?
Watch yourself.
Here you go. As Jim sits out the drinks in front of y'all.
Thank you, Jim.
Of course, of course. If you need anything, I'm right here.
And it's funny. I really haven't heard a day to rest and recover lately. I don't even know what to do with myself.
Hey, there you guys are.
And there you are.
Why don't we actually take up on this table over here? That way some actual singles could,
Wow, look at this, a piano.
You know, Damien and Vesper
Um,
both know how to play very well.
Yuchio, why don't you,
You
let
should
me?
abstain.
Why don't you let me teach you a song? I feel that would be very.
Oh, okay, you already heard one of mine, so that's only fair.
Wait, you called that a song?
Yes, my grandmother taught me that. It's a family song.
What is it called?
It's called Magnum Lullaby.
That's a lullaby? Do you find it soothing?
Oh, yes, my grandmother used to play that to me when I was a baby to get me to go to sleep.
See, the lullabies that my family used to play was nothing. The Song of Silence. Quite beautiful. Yours is such an opposite that it actually causes a migraine. Isn't that funny?
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. It is within your culture.
All right,
Nothing to
well,
fret about.
let's hear it, Damien.
You should play one in chat. Can Neurobot
Well,
do one?
Yeah.
Copyright. Well, I
I
mean,
was gonna say you gotta make sure it's copyright free, but yeah.
yeah, that do be the problem. Yeah. Do 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 do. And he'll continue to play.
I quite enjoy Damien Vesper's
there you go.
playing. Beautiful. I actually at times would prefer to listen to this in silence.
That's what my mother taught me.
You know, maybe when I die, I can meet your mom.
I'm sure you will.
I'm trying to figure this out. Why does it not have any? It doesn't have any life to it. It's just so slow.
Yuzio, remember our conversations 2 minutes ago? It's culture. Different cultures perceive different sounds and melodies differently. This is quite pleasant and homely to Damien and Vesper. And just like how your music causes me to be a little frazzled.
It's just. Yeah.
You don't like it?
It really, I feel like this is the stuff I played when I was a kid, when I was learning.
You want to hear something cheery? Soon may the weathermen come to bring that
Oh, God. Oh. Oh.
Shall I sing?
RP and go.
Is this more culture music?
Oh no, even I know that one. That is one for the seas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink.
You could probably use it after the
I
training
wanna
we put him
know.
through.
What drink Jolly Jim is gonna give Yu-Gi-Oh?
You see Yujio carrying a literal pony keg back to the table. Oh man, this place is awesome. As you watch Yujio literally just like pull the bunghole out of this pony keg and just tip it upright.
Like a toddler from a pacifier.
Man, it's just like being back home. Except the music isn't as good, but you know, I can't have it all, I guess.
What was back home like?
Oh man. So I mean, it's rowdy, don't get me wrong. I mean, a lot more fighting. Bottles are always being thrown, you know. But it's a good time, you know. Us kobolds, we really know how to have a good time, you know. That's probably why we get along so well with goblin kind. We try to stay away from the orcs just because they're so much bigger. But I'll tell you, I get along with a lot of orcs too.
Really?
Oh yeah. A lot of orcs. They're really smart, you know? They may not speak the best, but they're really deep thinkers.
Aye.
I would love to listen to a conversation between you and this wonderful being I met back at Aether's Landing. You see, she or they, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, honestly. They came out of this portal and they ran this shop, and you wouldn't spend gold in their shop, you would spend your knowledge. That's how you bought things from them.
Yeah, we had one of those. That was like one of these like occult shoppy things, right? Like a little whisper thing came out of a pot. Yeah.
Out of a pot.
Yeah.
They came out of a little like portal-ish.
Oh.
Glowing pretty beam portal.
Yeah. Ours came out of like a clay pot. It's kind of painted blue. And they would always talk like,
Like, oh, what are you doing? I'm gonna sell your memories to you.
some shit like that.
That was pretty close.
The being I spoke to had such a calming and elegant voice.
You know, I traded some memories to them for this armor. Cause,
Really?
yeah, when I left my village, when I was seeing the vision, of Vesper in the forest, and I was given my divine purpose. I went to them and I said I needed protection.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Wonder if whiskey could get you some new gear, and possibly some better gear.
What's wrong with my gear?
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying a few modifications. Whiskey's the greatest at that stuff.
Make it help you. Maybe help you take a few more hits.
You think I'm gonna get hit?
If you're going into a battle, you have to expect to be hit.
Well,
Yes.
well, and I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt for him to look at it.
Exactly.
I wonder where whiskey is. Oh, he's probably with his girlfriend, Astrid. I wonder how she took it.
From behind, like usual.
Well, not like that, Vesper.
Did that come out of my mouth? I'm sorry.
It's quite alright. I assume that she had to have been at least a little mad at him.
Whisker, whenever you would like to, you and Astrid can come to the bar too. I've pulled your tokens over there.
I mean, why would she be a little mad at me?
Seeing her last time you came.
Oh, I thought it was because I used to be a 6'4" black man.
Oh no, she didn't know that. Yeah. Speaking of the devil, whiskey over here.
Oh,
I'll get us
Hey,
some
Damien.
drinks.
all right. At least you're fucking playing and not this guy.
Hey, I play really good. You just don't have an ear for classical music.
I mean, I never complained when Vesper or Damien was playing.
Yeah, that's because you like to listen to bad music.
You have a face
You
that
don't
only
know
a
how to
mother could
respect
love.
others.
My mother does love my
Remember,
face. I don't
Yu-Gi-Oh.
understand this.
Remember, Yu-Gi-Oh! Everyone has opinions.
Yeah, well, your guys' opinion on music stinks. Glug, glug,
fair.
glug, glug, glug.
That is fair.
Astrid's gonna hand you just a straight up beer bottle, Whisker.
Sweet.
So, Astrid, how are you? It's been a little bit since we last saw each other.
Doing better now that I've had some alone time with this guy.
So, how did you take the 6'4" black man? Or did he not tell you about that?
No, he filled me in.
That fuck is something, I tell you. And, he has a point when he talks about that gluttony.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of the whole Edie part of it, but whatever.
And the cards? Did he tell you that Bishop has them?
He said that he made a deal with some devil. Said that he had died. And I gave him a lecture about it.
Yeah, I died, and now the kids got the cards. It's okay. I'm still here.
I think he's made up his penance. It's okay now.
I just. Hey. I just want him to understand the meaning of life.
Oh,
Not to
he's got enough
throw it
life.
away a little bit. Remind me not to ask that again.
So, what are y'all doing?
We're drinking. What's it look like we're doing?
Would you like to join us? Come take a seat. You and Astrid.
I was told that we needed a day of rest and relaxation.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
it
we
seems
came
like
here.
Those days are few and far between.
Aye, indeed.
Seems like lately we've had one thing or another constant, just breathing down the backs of our necks.
Aye.
Hmm. So this bald guy we're gonna fight. What is I know he's a bad guy, but like, what's the scoop? Like,
Because there's so much, I will just say that Damien, with Vesper, and I'm sure the rest of the party will relay everything that we know about Archibald.
Physical description, then go into how he's possessed voluntarily, and then where the where everybody actually came from, and then the abilities that we know that Archibald has.
As well as Malefas.
Yes.
oh, holy shit.
But what's more important is that in order for us to fight efficiently and strategically, we need to know what each of us is capable of. So I think that it would be important for you to understand and learn what each of us brings into battle. And then she'll go into the gifts that she has as a priestess, and then expect the other groups to follow suit.
Damien will go into his armor and his swords, and he'll go into his arrows and how he retrieves them after battle, and with their magical abilities, and the sentinel. Go over that he has the sentinel ability, yada yada.
Yep. Whiskey's gonna do the same thing, except for it being, martial weapons and swords and stuff. He's gonna talk about my guns and being able to build weapons and armor for other people to help out everybody in the group.
Vesper will talk about his armor, his swords, his abilities with the darkness, and how he channels them through Moon, as a warlock. You know, I can see now why, Damien, you said that I might need to upgrade my gear.
It's not that it's bad or it won't provide good use. It's just with the level and capability that we have, we want you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. If you understand that analogy.
Yeah, yeah.
This guy is no joke.
Hey, I think I'm gonna go outside and get some fresh air.
Easy there, pal. Damien will get up real quick and I get a glass of water. Thank you, Jelly. And then he'll go and bring it to Yu-Gi-Oh. Then he'll come back inside. I hope we didn't scare him off.
It's okay if we did. Honestly, I'm a little concerned that he won't get very far.
Just like we do for each and every one of us. We'll make sure we have his back.
Yes.
And he will have ours in return. That is all we can ask for each other.
Damien, Moon, you do realize, this is Astrid, by the way. You do realize that Yu-Gi-Oh is a girl, right?
What?
That's a kobold female.
Is that why he's blue?
You don't...
Pardon me.
I don't know why she's trying to pretend to be a guy, but that's a kobold female.
I'm a little confused. Do you think that she feels uncomfortable now? Or felt uncomfortable with this? I mean, like, me and Balmora are both females, but we don't really treat females any differently than men.
I didn't want to say anything in front of her, but it's very obvious. I don't know why. I mean, only kobold females appear in white and blue. Like, the voice, like, you didn't take that as odd?
Everybody talks weird, in my opinion. But if they want to remain as a man, I'm not going to.
I'm not going to push the issue either.
No, I'm not going to treat her any differently either.
Nah.
I didn't know what the story was, so that's why I was asking.
It's no big deal. I mean, I don't know enough about that race to be able to distinguish such, but I'm curious as to why they didn't want to be recognized as a female.
Well, traditionally, from what I understand, kobold females are homebodies. They stay at home and they are egg bearers. That's all they ever are. And the men, they go out and they fight and they bring back food and they do everything. So to have a female that is wearing armor and fighting is highly unusual. So maybe she feels like she has to put on the persona to be accepted.
I think
Possibly.
then maybe we should ask her if she even wants to be in battle. You know what? Maybe I'll go and take a walk with her.
I don't want to cause problems with your group, but like, it just seems very odd. I mean, you all treated her like an equal, so.
You know, I think I will do that. I think I should have a conversation with her. Did she just like run away?
She's in the gardens.
Went up there to go see young Master Sheldon.
Moon will like run after. Yushio! Yushio, wait up for me!
Hi, Moon.
Would you like to take a seat by the water with me?
Sure.
Do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
I mean, you go right ahead.
Do you even want to fight with us?
Well, yeah. It's been my divine... That was my divine vision. I seen Vesper's face, and I seen the big city, and I knew I had to find him. Had to learn everything I could about the dark, shadowy fighter, so...
It's okay to be afraid to go into these battles too, you know.
I'm not afraid to go into battle. I just... I'm afraid of just letting Vesper down. And I'm not prepared for what's to come. I'm afraid that I'm never going to be prepared.
That's quite okay. This is a huge battle, and it's going to be difficult for all of us. And you know, not everybody here in this city is even willing to go into that battle either. But there's a lot that people are doing for us to support us going into battle, and it's not even really necessary that they come with us. This is going to be a stealth mission, and then it's going to turn into quite a big and difficult and long, grueling things. You know, if it would make you more comfortable, you know, to come with us too. I know it was in your divine vision to find Vesper and learn about him, but you don't need to be in the fight to be such an important part of this group. You know, that, right?
I have to fight. I can't stay behind. I can't be left behind anymore.
No. You wouldn't be left behind. What do you mean, left behind anymore?
Yeah. I got tired of being left behind all the time. And then I've been given divine purpose, and I'm gonna take it to the full advantage, you know? And if that means that I just gotta go with you guys.
I understand. And if you don't mind, I'd like to learn a little bit more about you. Could you tell me more about Kobold?
I don't know. There's not much to say, you know? Like, what do you want to
Can I
know?
ask you another very personal question? Um, I'm just ignorant of your kind, but I don't think that I actually know your gender. Is it bad that I don't?
I mean, I thought I was being real apparent that I'm a man.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I sometimes I just don't understand the gender roles.
Oh. I mean, I'm in armor and I carry a sword and...
Well, women can carry armor and the sword too. I mean, look at me. I have my nunchucks. I have this pet armor that Whiskey helped make me, and I have this almost like a boomerang stick here too. And I've got my brass knuckles, but I'm not a man. I'm a female.
Well, I don't, I mean, I guess that's, I guess that's fine for you if that's, you know, if that's allowed for you, if to be, to do that, you know?
Oh. Are females of kobolds not allowed to bear arms and armor?
No. They stay in the house and they they stay in the house and they lay the eggs and they make the babies. That's all they do. That's all a kobold woman is useful for, you know.
Can I tell you a little bit about the monastery's meaning to me?
Yeah.
You and I don't think that I've quite told you what it represents to me and what I want it to represent to the city and eventually the world. I feel that place is going to be one for acceptance. It doesn't matter to me or in my religion because I know that You like my religion, and you understand it some of what it is, but the
I mean,
many-faced God takes the form of both man and woman. Many-faced God does not judge others based of race or gender. And the monastery is one that shows acceptance, no matter what your cultural beliefs are, where you come from. The monastery stands to accept all, to embrace all beings and their wishes, their dreams, their desires, and to face life without fear of death. To the eyes of the many-faced God, a woman can do man. And I can honestly say with a sincere heart that our entire group that we've come together with, that we travel with, that we fight with, holds no grudge or expectations based on gender or race. Just what you believe that you're capable of. Does that make sense?
yeah. I mean,
What I really need to say, too, is I'm sorry that that your race and your culture puts such a harsh definition to rules for you, but none of us care about putting expectations based off of gender. And even if you were a woman, we would love you the same because we are family.
well, yeah. I appreciate that very much. I just, yeah. I really, you really mean it?
From the bottom of my heart.
What about Vesper?
Vesper doesn't care. I think that he may treat you with a little bit more respect if you were a woman. The elvish kind, they hold respecting women in such high regard. They're true gentlemen.
You don't think he would take it easy on me, would you?
Not easy. I mean, Vesper's never taken it easy on me. We've been in quite a huge quarrel. And we've overcome that. And it was mostly due to him being possessed by Benny.
I
just don't know how to. I don't know how to I don't know how to say.
Is Yujio your real name?
Yeah, it really is.
It's a beautiful name.
At least I don't have to talk with that stupid voice anymore.
Would you like to rejoin the group together? You don't have to do this alone.
I just thought I had to hide myself because I don't know.
Your culture made you think that way, didn't it?
Only men are the warriors. I thought if I wasn't a man that you all wouldn't accept me either, so
Take
kind
a
of
good
banked
look
on the
at
idea that you
Valmoria.
didn't.
She's quite the warrior, isn't she?
I don't know, I just you have your spells and even you're religious and all I have is this sword and my armor and it somehow felt different and I felt like I had to keep up the act,
Can I understand? Druids do have their spells and their way of life. As a monk, I've had mine. But we've all come together and shared our cultures with each other, and we came together with nothing. All I had was my nunchucks and some dirty monk robes.
Well, you don't look
But-
dirty now.
No. Believe it or not, when I first met Vesper, he poured a whole beer over me.
In kobold culture, that's a marriage proposal.
My religion, marriage is not a thing, really. And it's very nice that I've been able to have such a relationship with all of these people because it is unlike the monk's way of life.
I feel so much better.
I'm glad. Would you like to spend some time yourself before you come back to the tavern? We would love to spend more time with you.
You're sure they're not gonna have a problem with me?
Not at all. The moon is gonna stand up. She'll reach a hand down to Yujio. Would you like to walk in with me?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Oops. Oh, I'm clicking stuff. Give me one moment, okay? Hey guys.
Yes.
Yujio is going to drop the act of being a man. Would you not really take notice and just treat her the same? She has a beautiful voice. Come on in, Yuzio. She'll reach her hand out again. Come take a seat.
Welcome back, Yujio. Well, I guess time to propose a toast. Even though she's not here, to the newlywed Valmora.
To Valmoria.
To Valmoria.
Gulp, gulp, gulp.
She still picks up the whole pony keg and is drinking out of it.
I think it's amazing that you can drink so much, because if I drank as much as you, I would be passed out.
Ugh.
Hey,
And I'm
You can
considered a
drink that much.
lightweight by my brethren standards.
that is incredible. Whiskey. Now that Yujio's back, what do you think you could do with the equipment Yujio has? Perhaps bolster it.
I don't see why I couldn't.
What would you do?
I
Do you
don't
have any
know.
ideas in mind?
Stick your arms out. Hmm. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Do you think
think.
we can get it done before the air raid?
I mean, as long as she don't care, and maybe see if Astrid here work on some armor and some weapons with me. But I think we can make it better.
Okay. I'm sure that you can.
It's
I'm the
very
right person to
apparent.
do it.
It's very apparent to me that her armor is not made for her body. Though it is the right size for a kobold, it's not made for you.
No, so I think I'll let you handle the armor, and I can work on the weapons a little bit. You want to stay with the sword and shield? You want some knuckles? You want a gun? Like, what kind of weapons you want?
Well, I've had the most experience with the sword and shield, so I'll just stick with what I know. What I've been training with.
That's wise.
Okay. All right. Sword and shield. Maybe maybe drop the long sword for a regular sword. Maybe I do know what was it? Damien down in the tunnels in Atheus. What were they? The race, whatever they were, they like. Val's the one that talked to him. We fought a fucking Tarask down there, for crying out loud.
Oh, the goblins.
Yeah. Maybe like you want you fire, like you want some fire on your sword, or maybe ice, a little bit of
How about
lightning.
this? Fugio, earlier we had discussed what we can bring into battle, and what we hold at the table. What do you bring to the table?
Well, I can see in the dark.
Okay.
Um,
Many innate abilities.
I what else? I pretty good at carving frost runes. And I speak giant.
Okay. All right. You do have the sentinel ability, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Well, continue, Whiskey. I apologize for interrupting.
Oh no. No, you are more than fine, Damien. You said you had frost runes?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at carving stone, and frost rune was one of the things that I was pretty good at doing.
Carving stone. Have you ever tried to carve on a weapon or armor?
No, not really. Just
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. With that, I'm just gonna start walking out the door.
I could see the creative juices flowing.
We should probably follow him to the workshop. All right. We'll catch you all later.
All
Enjoy.
right, you two. Well, I think I'm going to head back to the house. Take a little R&R, as they say.
I think that's a good idea.
I think I shall turn in for the night as well.
Hi. Jolly Jim, thank you very much, my friend. We shall be seeing you.
It's always a pleasure coming in here.
And, Vesper covering the entire lot? What a good cousin.
That's what happens when he's not here to play.
I mean, his apprentice did just down like 3 pony kegs, so
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
He's got so much fucking gold that it doesn't matter.
True.
Let's say Valmora is back from the library. Put her in the library. Nellis and Bishop are hanging out on the couch. Vesper will go up to his room.
I have a slight, maybe suggestion for Valmoria's character.
Hmm.
I'm hoping that during this time that she's been able to find some information or some more information on Malifas.
I will talk with Joe when we do his little world building thing and see what we can come up with.
Good night, you two.
Before Moon goes to bed, she is going to try and connect with her god. Should I roll a religion?
I'll say that Damien's still in the kitchen.
No, Damien, go to your room.
Okay. Mm,
Damien, you see Moon kind of tucked in there doing her thing. And you are reminded about your visitor on the airship. And a creeping thought creeps into your mind about asking the source. Valmora has traveled to the void. Vesper has traveled to the void. Even Eugeo.
mm. So what you're saying is you want Damien
Just a thought.
to
Just a thought. I
Moon
leave it
hasn't
at
even
that.
started yet. Moon is gonna take her little talisman and she's going to bring it to the table.
Just a creeping thought. Your choice.
Mm. Damien's just gonna sit back and watch for the time being.
Damien,
Yes.
this may be a bit of an ask, but do you think that sometime you would like to join me? It doesn't have to be now, of course, but
Possibly. I'll leave it at that.
and with that, Moon is going to actually put herself on the table.
Damien, you watch as Moon performs her ritual. And you watch as the very darkness creeps out from underneath places. Like, you watch this darkness crawl to her. Like she commands the very essence of the shadow in the room as it spins around her at her will. As she communes with her God. And you watch. And you can't help but remember the words that unknown visitor said about missing the shadow. About how you started out your journey as a rogue. And deep down inside, you're still that rogue. And you feel the weight of your armor. For the first time since you put it on in that crypt, you feel the weight of it on your shoulders. Moon, what would you like to commune with your God?
I want to phrase it right. How do I put this in the right words? Moon would like to know if Damien and the way that his armor kind of helps represent him, how he is the light and in the light, would ever be a problem for her god, with her being so close to him, even though Damien is the one who has helped bring her religion to the world and has helped this entire city really understand and respect her religion. Because Moon has always felt that the group that she has had here, that they were meant to find each other, and that Damien is a huge part of it. And she loves and cares for all of them. And she felt as though, even though she's had a personal mission to have her religion widely accepted, that Damien has helped her purpose in life.
I know that you come to me with these questions. You know that I have plans for you in this world and the next. My plans are never without change. I had never planned for you to find love in this world. But that does not mean that you are to forsake it. Though he bears chastity to the light, to a radiant path, all will find themselves in the void to be judged. As long as he does not intercept or try to persuade you against the divine path I have set you upon, or make you choose between me and him, I see no reason why you should stop what you are doing. I hope this answers your question.
It has always been my understanding that my purpose in this plane and this mortal realm has been to spread your word, to have everything and everything that this religion and what you represent is to be accepted and not feared. But I fear that Damien is now concerned that we are too opposite. I don't see how there would ever come a choice of you and not you.
Moon, there are those on this plane who worship the idea of me. They do not have a connection to the darkness, to the void like you have. They believe in the whispers, and they see the symbology in the shadow. They are but lost children, grasping at images and deciphering pictures the wrong way. It is the same thing that led to the great undoing, to the first wars that led to so much death in my name. Damien was visited by one such zealot. They call him the Unknown. It has created a wedge in his mind, one that will heal in time, but one that also makes him concerned for a future.
I'm quite upset that someone in your name would cause such strife in his mind.
There are many that claim to do things in my name that have never spoken to me as such.
Would you be able to tell me when this unknown visited him?
It was last night, aboard your airship.
See. I know exactly what I must do now. I am and forever will be grateful for your guidance. It honestly makes me so happy that you have such high plans for me.
I have wanted nothing in this world more than for you to be happy. Because when you are happy, you do my work so well. Look what you have done with Vesper.
Yes. I am glad that he has been able to find himself through the help of you. And me, of course, and his family here.
Moon, you have so much to give this world. You have such a deep understanding of what it means to truly live, to die. I wish you the best, and know that I will watch out for you.
I thank you.
Go in shadow.
As you wish. And with that, Moon is going to recenter herself and take notice of her surroundings. When the darkness and the shadows return to the room, she'll open her eyes and then find them met with Damien.
Welcome back.
I think I understand more. I do wish you had told me about the unknown.
What unknown?
The meeting that you had aboard the ship last night.
Uh,
He is known as the unknown. And he hasn't even met with the god. It has come to my attention that we need to reevaluate our ship. Because if he could get on in such a place that we were at the Druid Village, then I feel we may need some more securities aboard the ship before we head out.
Hi.
And with that also being said, in the morning, I'll make a trip to the monastery and speak to our spy master.
Hi.
She is going to get off of the table. She'll put the relic away. And then she'll jump into you as you were just sitting on the bed and just plop and cuddle on top. If anybody else sneaks aboard the ship, you must tell us, okay?
I just didn't want to alarm anyone.
It's understandable, but do you know how he got off?
I don't know if he even got off.
That is something that we'll find out tomorrow.
Regardless, here he's on the ship. He's generally always at the helm.
Yes.
We'll check tomorrow.
Hmm?
We'll check tomorrow.
Now, I don't think that this visitor is one to bring up to anybody in the city, but I do think that our group should know about him. We don't have to talk about what was said. Only that he was able to get onto the ship.
Okay. Fair.
She's gonna come down with a big fucking smoosh.
And then Damien will go to bed.
No. Up. Up. No. Up.
With that, we are going to go ahead and call it there.
Okay.
Thank you all for coming and hanging out for episode 20 of Edge of the Map, original homebrew campaign. We will be back next Sunday, hopefully with everybody in tow. And we will be here for the final preparations of the airship. And possibly the start of that